Hey class, let's close out part 1, the structure of the retail industry, by discussing chapter 5, communicating with customers. In this chapter, we'll discuss how retailers determine who their target customers are and the strategies that they use to draw those customers and other potential customers into their stores. Consumer markets. Retailers, products, and services alike all have a target market. This market must be identified in the early planning stages to appropriately sell the retailer products and services. A market is a group of customers with a need or want who have the financial means to fulfill that need or want. Markets can be identified as mass markets or niche markets. The majority of retailers' products and services are aimed at mass market consumers. This market is also referred to as mainstream. Mass market consumers have similar characteristics and wants. These consumers patronize stores such as Walmart and Target. One of the most identifiable mainstream retailers is the grocery store. A niche market consists of a narrow group of consumers with characteristics and wants that are different from the mass market. These consumers are often unsatisfied with the offerings of the mainstream market because the offerings do not meet their needs and wants. Luxury, plus size, petite, as well as big and tall retailers are all considered niche retailers. Unlike mainstream retailers whose customers may not be loyal because they have a plethora of retailers to choose from, niche retailers have the advantage of their customers being loyal because of their ability to meet their customers' needs and wants. The loyalty of niche market consumers is also influenced by the limited number of niche retailers available to meet their needs and wants. Market segmentation is the total consumer market that is divided or segmented into 4 smaller groups that focus on geographics, demographics, psychographics, or behavior. Geographics groups customers based on where they live, such as the region, county, or city. Demographics divides customers into smaller groups based on common characteristics. Psychographics groups customers by their personal, portrait, and lifestyle. Behavior groups customers based on their opinion and usage of products and services. Target marketing focuses on responding to the needs and wants of specific groups or niche markets. It is important for manufacturers and retailers to understand these different groups in order to target a specific market by creating, promoting, and selling products that respond to the needs and wants of that market. In the next few slides, we'll focus on demographic and psychographic characteristics. Demographics. The segmentation of the market by demographics focuses on consumer groups based upon characteristics like age, gender, income, ethnicity, family size, stages in family cycle, occupation, education, and religion. With the highest disposable income amongst any generational group, baby boomers dominate consumer spending in the U.S. Retailers must keep this group of consumers at the forefront, as this group will offer growth opportunities that should be explored. Leisurely apparel suitable for travel is a potential niche market for retailers to invest in. Apparel retailers tend to target consumers by gender. They may target men, women, or both. Some even target the whole family. Generally, though, they'll have an emphasis on women. Macy's caters to the whole family. However, when you go into a Macy's store, generally their selection of women's apparel is much more broad than any of its other categories. Retailers like Michael Kors and Coach, whose main consumer is women, have now opened men-only stores. With women doing the majority of shopping for their household, it is no surprise that retailers market more heavily towards them. Income is arguably the most important factor for retailers. Their location and product selection are strategically determined based on their target consumers' income and purchasing power. That is, the amount of money a person has remaining after taxes. The ethnic shift in the U.S. will drive how retailers do business. It is projected that by 2050, the Hispanic population will account for approximately 30% of the overall population in the U.S. Hispanics have the buying power of $1.5 trillion. The African American population is the second largest minority group behind the Hispanic population. By 2050, this group is expected to make up 13% of the population. African Americans are better educated and hold higher level positions, thus affording them more income. The Asian population is the third largest minority group, accounting for 9% of the population by 2050. Fenty Beauty has targeted its products to meet the needs of those from different ethnicity. The brand has developed inclusive product offerings that targets women of all skin tones, but specifically those of color. Psychographics. Psychographics study the social class, values, personality, and lifestyle of potential customers. They help to identify the end user of a product, hence making it an important characteristic for retailers. The VAL2 system. To better understand consumer behavior and the why behind the buy, researchers utilize the VAL2 system. This system, developed by Arnold Mitchell in 1978, sorts customers into 8 categories, with those who are resource-rich at the top and those with fewer resources at the bottom. Customers are also placed horizontally in one of 3 groups: principle-oriented, status-oriented, and action-oriented. The 8 categories are as follows: innovators, who are those that are on the leading edge of change. They have the highest income and enjoy luxury goods and services. Thinkers, who are motivated by ideals, have high incomes, but are practical customers who center activities around their families. Achievers are motivated by achievement. They are work and family oriented and favor established brands. Experiencers are motivated by self-expression. Their median age is 25. They exert a high level of energy and spend heavily on clothing, food, and music. Believers are motivated by ideals. Their lives center around their families, church, and community. They favor established brands. Strivers are motivated by achievements. They strive to emulate those who they admire. Makers are motivated by self-expression. They are practical and self-sufficient and family-focused. Survivors have fewer resources, but they tend to be very brand loyal. Micro-merchandising is the customization of a store's product mix to the local market. Retailers use point of sale or POS data to customize their product mix. Knowledge of local tastes and demographics is also important when merchandising this mix. Here's a few examples of what this looks like. So take, for example, stores that are in minority-based communities. These stores will often exhibit a product mix that reflects the local market. The product mix of Target, or let's even say Walmart, will change based upon the local market. So if these stores are placed in a market that has more Hispanic and African American members in the community, then these stores' product mix will reflect that in things like hair product offerings, cosmetics, and even food. A store's product mix will also vary based upon the income of the area in which the store is located. So think about Macy's store in Rancho Cucamonga versus Macy's store in Costa Mesa. These two stores will definitely offer a different product assortment because of the income level in that community. Okay, so let's continue our discussion in part 2.